Can I say a few things about this text? All right, let me, when I look at the children of Israel, I look at this, and when you don't like God's yes, there are three things I want you to do. When you don't like God's yes, I want you to remember it's a process. As the heat of the day drew sweat from the brow and their gait slowed from the weariness of the desert sojourning, they realized that their present pursuit into their answered prayer will not immediately be past free. That sometimes you have to accept the fact that your past will always be hunting and lurking just on the edges of your life, and you have to figure out how to lean into the particulars of the process, because just because it's changed does not mean everything has changed. Look at what the text says. The text says they marched out of Egypt boldly. Nonetheless, Israel's arrival in their exodus, it bothered them out of their boldness. They looked back to see that the intrusive noise disturbing their peace in their exodus was that same old foe, that same old enemy that they thought they had outrun, that they thought they had outpaced, that they thought they had outmaneuvered. When they look back, they are bothered out of their boldness because of the well-oiled wheels of Egyptian chariots and the hard hooves of horses that they had come to know. They complain about their answered prayer because of the unanticipated drama of transition. Even when God says yes, your present will not necessarily be past free. And there's some folk that need to honor that today, that just because you think things have changed does not mean you still won't have some battles to fight and some battles to navigate around. Am I talking to anybody in here today that's ever received what you thought was newness, but it still felt like yesterday? It still had some of yesterday's problems and yesterday's questions and yesterday's controversies and yesterday's issues. That's because it's a process, and sometimes you have to make sure that you don't quit too soon because of your misreading in the middle of the process. I wish somebody came to church today excited that you're just in the middle of a process, and just because it doesn't feel the way you want it to feel yet, you know that you have the stamina to keep walking, the stamina to keep worshiping, the stamina to keep voting, the stamina to keep pushing, the stamina to keep giving God the best of your life. Can I get 5 people that came to church today that can say, I'm just in the middle of it. It may not feel easy yet, but I'll keep on walking. It may not feel the way I want it to feel just yet, but I'm reminding myself that just because I have a new present does not mean my past is not still chasing me, not still haunting me, not still pursuing me. Am I looking at some people in here today that can say, Pastor, I still have a past that won't leave me alone, that won't stop inboxing me, that won't stop sending me numbers and phone calls? Anybody got some past in your life that keep on pursuing you, that keep on chasing you? You ought to remind yourself that your present will not immediately be past free, but as long as you keep headed in the right direction, you can tell yourself it's just a moment in the process, it's just a point in the situation, it's just a moment in God's maneuvers and God's methods in our lives.